Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fit and fine at home. So, today we have our computer class. Okay. So, in our computer, we completed lesson number 3, parts of a computer, and I already shared questionnaire of lesson number 3. I think you all have learned that one also. So today we are going to start our new lesson, that is working of a computer. How the computer works, what is the procedure of it. So we'll study that thing with few examples. So are you ready? Okay. So open your computer books, children. So in your computer books, everyone open page number 25 and lesson number 4 is working of a computer. How the computer works. We will start that lesson. Now look here. A computer is a machine that cannot work on its own. Means a computer is a machine, we know that thing. Computer is a machine that cannot work on its own. यानी वो अपने आप वर्क नहीं कर सकते हैं. कंप्यूटर अपने आप क्या वर्क कर सकता है? नो. जब तक हम कंप्यूटर को कोई इंस्ट्रक्शंस या कमांड्स नहीं देते हैं. ओके, वी नीड टू गिव इंस्ट्रक्शंस टू अ कंप्यूटर टू मेक इट वर्क. और जो भी कंप्यूटर पे जो भी हमें जिस टाइप का भी वर्क करवाना है तो वो हमें करना है, तो हम उसके लिए उस टाइप के इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हैं कंप्यूटर को, सो दैट कंप्यूटर विल गिव द रिजल्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट. अ कंप्यूटर फॉलोज सर्टेन स्टेप्स टू परफॉर्म अ टास्क. सो आफ्टर गिविंग द इंस्ट्रक्शंस अ कंप्यूटर फॉलोज सर्टेन स्टेप्स, और उसके बाद कंप्यूटर कुछ स्टेप्स फॉलो करता है टू कंप्लीट दैट टास्क. सो लेट्स लर्न अबाउट सम टर्म्स रिलेटेड टू अ कंप्यूटर बिफोर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द वर्किंग ऑफ अ कंप्यूटर. सो बिफोर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द वर्किंग ऑफ अ कंप्यूटर, लेट्स लर्न अबाउट सम टर्म्स. यहाँ देखिए टर्म्स लिखा है ना. नाउ सी दीज आर द टर्म्स. Now see this: input, processing, output, and the short form is IPO. IPO cycle. So what is this input, processing, output cycle? We'll study. Okay children, now see input, processing, output, that is IPO cycle. A system that consists of input, output and the steps required to change the input into output is called input, processing, output. That means IPO cycle. So what is this? It is the process that converts the input into output. कोई भी चीज़ के लिए जब हम इनपुट किसी में डालते हैं और हम उसका आउटपुट लेते हैं, ठीक है, उसके बीच में कुछ उसमें प्रोसेसिंग होता है, प्रोसेस. ओके, एंड आफ्टर प्रोसेसिंग ओनली विल गेट द आउटपुट. सो दैट इज़ द IPO. सो विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस विथ फ्यू मोर एग्जाम्पल्स. द IPO cycle has the following components. Children, now look here. IPO cycle. So I stands for input, P stands for process, and O stands for output. Okay. So now let's read. Any information, idea, or given resource to a computer is called input. जो भी information हम कंप्यूटर को देते हैं, जिस भी टाइप का हमको वर्क चाहिए, वॉट एवर द इंफॉर्मेशन वी आर गिविंग, दैट इज द इनपुट. नेक्स्ट इज एक्शन परफॉर्म्ड टू चेंज इनपुट इनटू आउटपुट एंड द कंप्यूटर एक्सेप्ट्स आर इनपुट, एंड उसके बाद जो वो प्रोसेस करता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द प्रोसेसिंग. into output, that is the process, and the final result that we get after processing is called the output. और लास्ट में हमको क्या मिलता है? रिजल्ट, एंड फाइनल रिजल्ट इज कॉल्ड द output. Now see this. Input is given using a mouse and a keyboard. So these two are input device. We give input through mouse as well as the keyboard. So these are the input device. Next is the processing. Processing means working on data. So that is the CPU. CPU is the processing device. क्योंकि जो भी हम वर्क डाल रहे हैं माउस एंड कीबोर्ड की हेल्प से, बट वो प्रोसेस किससे हो रहा है? विद द हेल्प ऑफ सी. एंड द नेक्स्ट इज वी गेट आउटपुट फ्रॉम द डिवाइस लाइक मॉनिटर एंड प्रिंटर. सो वॉट एवर द रिजल्ट, फाइनल रिजल्ट वी गॉट फ्रॉम द मॉनिटर and from the printer. So these are the output device also. Got it? So input, process means processing, output. IPO cycle. So let's understand IPO cycle with the given example. So with this example easily you will understand what is IPO cycle. So now children, look here, you can see the picture here. This is the blunt pencil. We take a blunt pencil which is input. So this blunt pencil is the input. Okay. We sharpen a pencil using a sharpener. The sharpener acts as a processing device. So this sharpener is the processing device because हम blunt pencil को जब sharpener में डालेंगे और इसको sharp करेंगे तो आप देखो ये process हो रहा है और final result we get a sharpened pencil and the pencil shavings which are the output. So these are the output we got. Please look here again. Blunt pencil is the input. With the help of the sharpener we sharp the pencil. Input, this is the input. Input पे हमने work करा with this processing device. तो sharpener is the processing device and finally we got the sharpened pencil. So this is the output. Understood children? So in this way we have many other examples of IPO cycle. So now children, come to the next page. Working of a computer. So let's study some more example to understand the working of a computer. So now see, one more example is given here. Two more examples. So example number 1 is we water a plant. The plant takes in water. It feeds its roots, leaves and branches with water. As a result of it, flowers come out. Here, water is the input, taking in water is processing and flowers are the output. Now see the picture. Okay, understood? Water is the input or taking in water and the root absorbs the water, वो उसको take in कर रही है, that is the processing. So processing and the flowers are the output. और plants में आप देखो flowers दिख रहे हैं आपको, so these are the output. Understood? So let's do one more example. This example is related to the computer only. So this is the input. Just now I told you keyboard and mouse are the input device. So keyboard is input and the processing device is CPU. So whatever the work will give through keyboard or mouse. Okay, and CPU is the processing device. उसमें जाकर के वो process हो रहा है work, हमें जो भी result चाहिए वो उसमें process हो रहा है and final result will get through monitor or through printer also. This is the IPO cycle of a computer. This is the IPO cycle of a computer, and just now we read about different examples. This thing is clear, children? So please read this lesson, read this topic, at least working of a computer, these 3 pages 2 times, and try to understand this IPO cycle. Thank you.